about it so that you can shout about it.
There was a headache in my head and my eyes began to stroke and I started feeling dizzy and I shouldn't be in bed and I couldn't face the meeting and I thought you'd understand because you'd always be my friend, you should always be my friend. The only one I trust in an office full of bastards like Jeremy from Legal is a liar and it's like burn down the house. I'm going to burn down the house. Just watch me as I burn down the house.
Welcome to A House Around the Corner. I'm your host, Tricia Zima. We're at the Port Melbourne Neighbourhood House. This little house has taken their theatre from this lovely room out into the community. We're here with the lovely Kate Kelly, who's the manager of the house, and she's telling us about this innovation.
I've always been really committed to making art as accessible to the community as possible. So Homesick is taking that to another level. Homesick is taking art to people's lounge rooms, and taking art to the lounge rooms of this neighbourhood house. Only 8% of the population actually go and see opera, and Homesick's a fantastic opera, and it gives people who've never seen opera before because it's too expensive or it's too confusing or too intimidating, a nice, friendly, warm environment to see an opera that engages with them and talks to them about things that are important to them.
My bones are crying. My chains are dragging on the ground. My bones are crying. My chains are dragging on the ground. If I ever get to heaven, the Lord will chain me to a cloud. The hammer is falling. I hear the clanging of the door. The hammer is falling. I hear the clanging of the door. And I got a sinking feeling. Won't see the stars I've known more.
Now, you've innovated with about 20 people over the years, and you've done several pieces.
Yeah.
You've gone out to train stations, out to community festivals.
Yes.
And this one is in the lounge room.
Yes.
So you actually take it to someone's home.
Yes, yes, it is. It's really interesting. We've taken it to a couple of homes to test it in a couple of different locations, and it's a really warm, friendly environment. It's an intimate piece of work.
Port Melbourne Neighbourhood House and Soup Kitchen Theatre both have similar goals around accessibility and affordability of theatre, and also we were really committed to providing really top-class professional theatre that didn't speak down to an audience. So opera as a form is one that can often be challenging, but it's also one that should be available to everyone.
If you burn down the house, then you have to go outside because you don't want to die. No, I don't want to die. Don't want smoke in my lungs. Don't want ashes in my eyes. If I burn down the house, then I have to go outside.
And this is a very middle-class, established woman who has a job in a high-functioning organisation and finds herself slipping into a depression and finds herself becoming agoraphobic.
So I jumped in my car and I drove towards town. Well, in time to catch the meeting because I had that presentation and I know how much you needed for the hordes from upstairs and that board of directors with their profit margins pressing, and I know how much you hate them, but hey, that's another story. Alice, so I drove towards the city, but the traffic, it got heavy because a trailer in the tunnel had been greatly overloaded. And it fell on its side and it blocked off my lane. Then this guy in a ute, well, he tried to make a U-turn and I couldn't get around. So I honked and I beeped because I was worried about the meeting. But he got out of his ute and he made his way toward me.
each environment provides different challenges, because our idea is to come in and not move furniture, not to make it a theatre, but to work in the found space and to go, okay, where do we put the piano, where do we put the performer, how can we use all our props come in a tiny little box, and we'll move them around the place. So we'll use the person's kitchen, and that will then shape the blocking of the piece. So yeah, so each space creates new problems.
Wonderful.
And anyway, you're wondering, well, I'm not at the meeting, well, I'm coming to that, so just be patient for a minute. I walked towards the office, I was right across the room, when I was grabbed by a man. He grabbed my bag and then he ran, but I was still attached and I was dragged along the pavement till another man appeared, who I thought would be my hero, but he was an accomplice and he punched me in the face.
And it's a project that engages with people as well. At the end of the performance, there's a barbecue where people can actually have a chat to the actors and the director and talk about how that theatre, what that piece meant to them.
This is a totally different world to my normal world. So
what do you think of the singing?
The singing's fantastic.
I mean, I think the unique thing, and I think this is what people really relate to, is it's sort of there's something for everyone in this show, and it's interesting talking to people, because we've performed it a few times, and the reaction has been very interesting because, particularly women, but men as well, they sort of come and they go, oh gosh, and people tend to have their favourite song in it, and it's very dependent on how they relate to that particular song.
Now, you've also got a little bit of a festival where you take it out a little bit more, don't you? Can you tell me about that?
The Port Melbourne Community Festival is a festival that's out on the street. So it's designed for families, for people in the community to learn more about their community and become more engaged. So we invite local organisations to come and have information stalls. We have a massive art project on the day, so every year we have a different theme, and the concept is wearable art. So last year it was calico bags. This year we don't know what it will be, but we're open to suggestions from the community. So everyone comes in, anyone can create a piece of art. No one's an expert, everyone's welcome and everyone can participate. And then we have a parade of the artworks at the end of the day. We have local musicians performing, we have kids' activities. So it's a great day and it's accessible for everyone in the community. It's free, it's great, and it's about participation.
Not only is this Port Melbourne Learn Local organisation committed to making art relevant, inspiring and accessible, it also provides training in reading and writing literacy, English as a second language, computing skills and volunteer reception training. All of this on top of managing 3 community theatre projects and their arts-based festival. I hope you have enjoyed a peek of Homesick, opera in the lounge, as we peeked into the window of this house just around the corner from you.